Radio station. So make sure to lock in. Know what the youth to the power say. Run it.
Want to get in contact with CBJ? For advertising and all other business inquiries, call our office at 347-425-8227. That's 347-425-8227.
Caribbean Power Jam Radio. Hi, Timo said that, yeah. Champion, a champion. Number one, a number one. Caribbean Power Jam Radio, a champion. I Timo said that, yeah. Yeah, this is Timo, and wherever I am in the world, I listen to Caribbean Power Jam Radio. Yeah.
Would have started.
My dream. Tell you my dream is to live my dream.
Caribbean Power Jam Radio Station.
Tell you my goal.
Look at Nesbet, where them treat me less than good. Put me in a box like a rectangle. Oh. Look at me now. Look at me now. Caribbean Power Jam Radio Station has always been there for Nesbet, playing selection after selection. Blaze it.
Express your love to the ones you care about while they're still here. Use our brand, Stay Above with Love, as a daily reminder to stay connected. For our t-shirts and caps, check out our website, sawfashion.com. That's SAWL fashion.com. Contact us for a full list of our custom services at 347-743-5701. That's 347-743-5701. We can also be reached at 347-489-1319. That's 347-489-1319.
This is a PT production.
Good morning. That's the theme that says we're about to start our program. Young Voices coming to you every Saturday at this time. Okay, just to do a little quick reintroduction of our young team. On my right, we have...
Good morning, Jammers. My name is Talisa Marshall.
Good morning, Jammers. My name is Talisha.
Good morning, Jammers. I'm Mikkel.
What's up, guys? My name's Tolius.
Yes, and I'm Leslyn Grant. We're taking you through the next hour, shortened program today. And we're going to be talking about today a parent-child relationship. We're looking at the relationship between parents and teens. I've brought this program about because we do have so many parents talking about having negative relationship with their teenagers. We have some teenagers in the studio. We're going to talk about that. We'll be welcoming your input as well. Tell us how you feel about the subject, whether you be a teenage child, whether you be a parent. Let's know how you feel about it. We're going to have a first selection, and that is, who made the selection today?
I did.
What is it?
It's a new song. It came off of Chance the Rapper, a new upcoming rapper, on his album mixtape Coloring Book, and it's called Same Drugs.
Okay, mixtape.
I never heard that.
It's called Coloring Book. The song is called Coloring Book?
The song is called Same Drugs.
Same Drugs, okay.
always were so forgetful. Don't wait up. Do what we say we're gonna. I was only practice. Don't you miss the days, stranger? Don't you miss the days? Don't you miss the danger? I don't do the same drugs no more. We don't do the same drugs, do the same drugs no more. I don't do the same drugs no more. Same drugs, do the same drugs no more.
Okay, Same Drugs, that one was called, and selected this week for us by Mikel. I'd like to get straight into the program talking about parent and teen relationship. While we're at it, perhaps we can have DJ Sean seek out a song that I want the young people to listen to called, it's an old song. It's called, I think it's called Bedtime Stories, but it's done with Slick Rick. I don't know if you can pull that one up. I think that's what it's called. I thought it was very interesting. So now we're talking about that, and I'd like to start first by, because this seems to be the watchword in parent-child relationship. This seems to be where the breakdown comes. This word disrespect. Okay? What do you understand disrespect to mean? Anyone? What do you understand disrespect to mean? We're talking about, is it just talking back to your parents? Is it just talking back to people? Is it, what do you, and do you see it as a major cause of problems? Do you feel that more of you, because you have young friends, looking at them behaving in, how they behave in school, do you feel that disrespect is the cause for a lot of the negatives?
That you give to a specific person. It's not. It's really what you say, but it's mostly about how you say it.
Okay. Yes. Anyone wants to throw anything else?
Because you can say it like you're nice, but like they're not even realizing that you're just dead violating them.
Okay. Yes.
Well, I was gonna say that I feel like when someone's being disrespectful, it's like you're talking back, but like in a rude manner.
And yes, go ahead.
No, it's finished.
Okay. Anything you want to add?
No, they took my word.
Okay. So disrespect is where a lot of parents are saying they have this breakdown in communication because of the disrespect, and teachers are saying the same thing, too. Now,
because I think teenagers are seeing a different view from it, like a different perspective of something. So I guess they just grow out of it.
But do you feel that a lot of teenagers don't know when they're being disrespectful?
Wait, say that again?
Do you feel a lot of teenagers don't realize when they're being disrespectful? They're so accustomed to... I'll tell you what my take on it is. A lot of young people seem to have no boundaries, right? They don't know when to stop as far as relating to an adult. That's just my take on it. And if you tell some of them you're being disrespectful now, how am I being disrespectful? I'm just answering you. I'm just, that's the kind of dialogue I see happening a lot of times.
And sometimes parents want you to go back to your old ways, but you don't know how. And you don't know what you did when you were younger because, you've grown out of it.
Okay, so one of the things is that they don't realize that you've grown. And that you have different things to say and different way of thinking. And you feel that's what happens.
I think that if a teenager is being disrespectful to an adult, I don't think they will come out of nowhere being disrespectful. It's supposed to be, they are reacting off of something. If they're angry about it, or if they don't want to do it, or they're being disobedient. But I think that it just don't come out of nowhere for someone to be disrespectful.
No, that's not true.
I just think they don't want to be bothered.
Because people the kids on the bus, when they on the bus with their friends, just because they want to show off to their friend that they're disrespectful, they will do disrespectful.
I'm talking about the relationship between parents and teenagers.
They would do different disrespectful stuff for no reason.
I've heard that before, that and that's one of my next question. Can a parent cause their teen to become disrespectful to them? And how can this happen? Mikel, I haven't heard from you yet. So, Mikel is not in right now. He's not saying anything right now, which is strange for him. But we would like your input. So, he's doing some DJing for us. Okay. The name and of course the song coming up, Mikel, would be by Slick Rick. And I think it's called Bedtime Stories. You saw it? Yeah, so while we're talking about that, so how can a parent cause a child, like I don't know if you remember sometime back I was talking about a conversation I overheard between two students, and one was saying that she was so tired of her mother, she got thrown out of some dancing or whatever she was in, and she's tired of her mother always getting her thrown out because her mother doesn't know how to behave. Sometimes it's the attitude of the parent that causes the child, because as you grow up, you learn right and wrong, and you learn more about right and wrong.
I agree with you on that. You had to learn how to communicate with your parents and stuff. Mm-hmm. It might be some situations you won't agree, but you just gotta learn how to communicate. If your parents being disrespectful to you, then you're gonna be disrespectful back.
Okay, so sometimes if a parent will disrespect, and in what ways do?
Because we have feelings too.
Yes, that's what I'm hearing, which is true, because I was a teenager once, and I know that sometimes you're misunderstood as a teenager. You're misunderstood. You're trying to get one point out, and maybe it's the way you say it, or maybe it's just that the parent might not be open to listening to what you want to say at the time. So I would like for those with us to call and say what you feel about it. Do you think generally teens are misunderstood though? And remember, the number to call is 718-393-5385. If you're using your WhatsApp for free, you can call 347-574-1157. Yes, let's get back to the program. I'm asking the question, do you feel teens are generally misunderstood?
I also think that teens carry this weight about what they're expected to do, but like there's so many stuff that we have to do and struggles that we go through.
Okay.
I don't think all teenagers are misunderstood. I just think some are, because they're not clear on what they want to do. Cause like there are teenagers that know what they want to do in life and make it come true, and there's the ones that doesn't know what to do with their life, so they're always being misunderstood by people out there in the world.
I got an example. Like, I was talking around with my teachers, and we talk about like how we communicate with our parents and how they communicate back with us. And one of the students was saying like they always pressure us to have like a thing in life. Like if someone come up to ask you, oh, what college you going to, or where you want to be when you grow up, they feel like we should know like right away. But we see it as many opportunities as learning and growing, and parents think that we should just know it right away. And I don't think so.
Yes, because when we were growing up, Mikel, I'd like to get an input from you. Because when we were growing up, our parents expected that of us, and many of us would carry that through. But you get to understand that, children do not necessarily know what they're getting into, what field they want to get into at the time of leaving school, and it's okay. It's okay for you to take your time and understand what you like, see what you like, test things out.
Everybody need a little bit more patience with us, because like we're getting older.
Yeah, I feel like parents need to understand that everybody's been in that situation where they were stuck they were just stuck on life, where to go, what path to go down. So they shouldn't pressure us or take us the wrong way when we say we don't know, or we're still trying to figure out which way to go.
Okay. So, yeah, and you're right. We've all been there. We've all had And because of that, we should understand now when the young folks or when our teens don't know yet what they want. Because some teens will tell you they want to do 10 different things. But it's all about searching. As a lady told me years ago, she said it's all about window shopping before you actually select the good. So, do you think boys have it worse or boys have it easier?
Easier.
Nah, I think boys have it worse.
Why? Why so?
Because it's just the relationship depending. For example, the relationship between their mom or their dad, right?
Yeah.
And it's not really like how it used to be when they were younger, and then they think you're changing because of friends. Well, mostly I think it's actually both, because it depends how the situation is going. And yeah, like I was saying before, how they think it's all about friends, how you're following someone, and it's really, sometimes it's really not. So
I disagree with my brother. I think it's easier for boys, because one time we was in school and we were sitting in the circle again, and the lady asked, is there a difference between girls and females with education and how they are brought up? And I said to the lady, I said yes, because if a girl, if she don't know what she's doing with her life yet, they think that she's falling back, or she's just not organized with her life yet. But if a boy don't know what he's doing, they're gonna be like, "Oh, he gonna figure it out later." Or
That is false. I personally.
But then
believe.
the girl gonna say, if a girl don't know what she's doing in her life, they're gonna be like, "She's disorganized. She need to figure it out now before she could become nothing." And
they do the same thing with the boys.
no, they say y'all gonna figure out down the line.
But Tellius raised a point I like.
They're gonna be like,
Tellius, the point you've raised about it may not necessarily be friends that are causing you to change, but it could be a change in the
emotions
home, in
and
the
stuff.
dynamics
Exactly.
in the home that may be causing you to
it's
act
not
differently.
only girls, it's boys too. It's both. That's
But
what I'm
I'm
saying.
just saying that girls be talked about more if they don't know our plan is.
If a boy doesn't like get a job, or if he gets fired, and all his friends are just saying, "Oh, you're gonna be a bum. You're gonna be a bum. You're not gonna live in."
Maybe it's because you
But you
just
guys
think
still
that
live
you
in
got
your
the
mother's
maybe
house.
because you think you have the worst in lot. You got the worst lot in life because of your personal experience. But I personally believe that in my experience, girls are very smarter than boys.
But y'all don't understand. Like, if a girl doesn't have an education to get a job, it's hard for her to get a job. But if a male doesn't have like the same education as the woman, it's easier for him to get the job.
I disagree with that because of the misogyny and patriarchy. And sounds like a crazy person. Yeah, very easy in my personal experience. Because if they don't have to, because of misogyny and patriarchy, it's expected of their man to get the job and provide for the family. Personally, I disagree with that, because you're putting too much stress on the man, and you're not giving women the correct respect that they deserve. But
No.
I think you just see it as your worst lot in life. Personally, I'm a single parent. I'm a not single parent.
No.
Mikael has
I'm
kids.
I'm a
kids at
single
14.
kid. I'm the only kid in my family, so I can't speak to the idea of girls get more pressure than boys, or boys get more pressure than girls. I can't really speak to that. But what I can say is that you're just picking out your own personal experiences.
We're not.
No,
That is
because-
false. That's fake news.
No, it's not. Cause
Fake news.
Tellius, what are you talking about?
No. She's spreading fake news because you're just you're just saying your own personal experience. Or
No.
experienced her.
But when we say things, we add our personal experience to whatever else we have experienced in life.
Because we get these stuff from our parents. My mom.
No, but you're making the anecdote a statistic. That's your personal experience.
You have to do like a universal experience, like
Exactly. Unless you have any statistics to back up your claim.
But you don't even have statistics to back up your claim.
But this is just speaking as a parent though. I had my 3 children. The last 2 are just 2 years apart. And
But wait, I have a question for you. If you had girl children and boy children, would you put the most pressure on the girl just because you know that if she doesn't get her act together, she will be the most talked about?
Or most used in life.
It either happens wittingly or unwittingly. Sometimes you don't know. But the experience I have told, sometimes your kids have to tell you things to make you realize. Because at a certain age, my son was, because he's older, 2 years older, he was able to go out on his own at a certain age. When my daughter reached that age, she thought she was going to do it. And I said, no, it doesn't work like that. And she said, that's so unfair. I said, what's unfair? He's a boy. And to me, that answered
Don't we have the same rights?
And that seemed to answer the question to me. And she said, that's so unfair. I said, but don't you understand? That's how life is. I mean, the boy is always, you know.
Life is being
And then she
equal
said, just listen to how you sound. You're being so unfair, right?
Yeah.
And it's something, and I realized it's something that was passed down to me. You have to be more careful with your girl children. You don't send them out. Let the boys go at an early age.
But why? That's sexism. Fact. I'm not the one who always declare that. Oh, if a woman didn't get a position in the job, like who does straight up sexism? I'm not one of the. I'm not the one of the person, but which discriminates, right? Well, if the girl's younger, that makes sense.
The girl is
No,
the boy is older.
Well, so that makes sense. That makes sense because she's young.
But listen, let's say when he was 16, he was allowed to do certain things that she wanted to do when she turned 16. And she said,
then that's sexism.
Why,
because they're equal, same age, same family. Why don't the girl get equal rights?
Exactly.
But to me,
all you have to do is
let's hear from Uncle Sean.
You have to teach your daughter the same thing you teach your son. And
let's hear from Uncle Sean.
No.
You're all sexism. See, this is why we get stuck right in the same spot.
Listen, girls get special treatment. Okay. Well, you know, as a dad, we spoil our girls. You know. So the girls get a little bit more special. We got to keep our eyes on our girls more.
That's the mentality.
Okay, it's something that just comes. It's nature.
Yes.
You see, like you have a dog. When it comes to the dog pet, you see how a dog would protect his kids that he make, or you know, they don't play when it comes to that. Even with birds, that's how fathers feel when it comes to their girls. You know, they feel the need to protect their child no matter what it is. Same goes for boys, you know. But so much when it comes to certain things, you want to make sure your daughter knows what's right and what's wrong. And don't get me wrong, same thing goes for boys. But it's just a little bit more extra for the girls.
Because you always feel they're kind of more vulnerable.
Yes. And it's come on, you know.
Why do you feel
to me, all women, because listen, all girls and boys, but more girls, always like to hear nice things. And you know, you have men and you have boys out there who just know the right things to say to a young lady in order to make her feel that comfort. You understand?
Why don't we get comfort? That's not
what do you mean? No. You see, with we men, how many things a young lady could tell us that's gonna make us go home and just melt away? How many things do you know a girl can tell you?
That's why
and you just go home and you just think about her all day. Really, it doesn't happen. But a girl now, you tell her how beautiful she is like 50 times. She's gonna go home and say, "Oh man, Charlie told me I'm beautiful." And especially if she don't hear that from her dad and stuff like that, and she's getting that from this young man keep telling her over and over. She's gonna become open to him. She's gonna trust him.
Yes.
And then things gonna start falling into place, and that's why we say, you know, with our girls, we have to protect our girls a little bit more. That's just my opinion. All right?
Yes.
Have fun, guys.
I think that's just psychology. If a person does not have the correct bonding mechanism between a father or a mother, they will look for it in their partner. In their partner, it is just the human nature of things. That's why people who are orphans, they fall in more and more often because they didn't have the bond or affection of their mother or father. And that's why. That's how I pronounce. I know.
No, I agree with him.
It makes sense since it's natural to have a mother figure, or I'm sorry, that's how it is pronounced words. Yes. To have a mom figure or a dad figure, and if you don't have that in your life, then you just want affection from everyone else.
But let me tell you something quickly. One guy, he told me this. He said, I always watch out more for my sons. Because the girls, they can always make it in life.
Right.
Some man is going to see them, some boy is going to see them and like them and put them in a home or help them along. But nobody really helps the boy along. So I pay more attention to my sons because nobody's going to. That's
well, like Charlie is saying there on the live feed right now, dads, fathers, just say fathers in general, they teach their daughter. They're more protected when it comes to their kids because of the experience they've been through.
Yes.
We know what we do out there. You know what I mean? We guys know exactly how to approach a girl and say the right things and this and that. We know what it takes. You know what I mean? So we have to step up when it comes to our girls and protect them a little bit more than, you know, our boys. We know our boys are going to grow up just like daddy.
How do you know?
Wait,
no, because like, how do you know that?
I wanted to say something.
Are you Jean from X-Men? Can you predict the future? Because do you expect for sexism to stay in place for the beneficial of males, or do you expect for the reverse effect for this movement of female empowerment to take care of the girls? It ain't gonna happen. We should treat people equally. It's very simple. What? Like, I understand, you're a parent. You want to look out for your kids. That's natural. So look out for them equally. If you want to look out for your girl more, then look out.
No, I'm just trying to say, because if you can't I understand you have to treat everyone equal, but it depends. Like, if they're a boy or a girl, you can't treat a girl like a boy.
Not equally.
I agree with Uncle Sean, because like if you see someone, if you don't want somebody to go around the bad, it was like when you were a teacher. If you don't want to see that child go down the bad road, you will pay more attention because you want her to go the right way.
So you expect a boy could go down the same road, a girl could go down the same road.
I'm saying. Like,
exactly.
But who feels the effect more afterwards?
The boy.
Everyone.
Exactly. Both.
Because if a boy goes out there and be like, okay, I know my parents not with me, so let me get into a gang. And then later on in life.
But how do you know that? How do you know that same effect will not happen on a male?
I just see
do you know that?
I just see that as Uncle Sean saying that if me and Mika were brother and sisters, and
Mika, that sounds
Mika, if me and you was brother and sisters, and Uncle Sean was our dad, and you was 1 year older than me, I was 1 year younger, and he paid attention more to me because he didn't.
Because you're younger. That makes sense.
He don't want me to fall, and when he see you with such a situation, you know how to handle it, you know how to avoid it, and you know how to stay out of trouble.
Yes.
But with me, he wants you to focus on me because he don't want me to get in trouble and stuff.
Yes, because you're younger.
May I ask you a question? All right, you know you're a single parent, right? You have. I'm gonna go by what he said. He's a single parent. You are a single parent, right, Mikkel? You're a single child. There you go. He's a single child. All right, Mikkel. Does your parents, your mom and dad, have these conversations with you? Like when you come home and stuff, they ask you questions like,
How was your day, Mikkel?
Yeah, well, that's all right. Let's go to the. Let's go to the sex part of it. Have you and your dad or your mom ever had that conversation? Your mom turned and said, Mikkel, you better don't be doing nothing out there that you're not supposed to be doing. As you and your mother ever had that conversation? Did you ever hear?
Logically, yes. I can't remember.
You can't remember, right? You see? Because it's not something
but it's something freaking with the girls.
With the girls, it's different.
No.
We need to know that you know, listen, you better don't try that because we coming after you.
Yep.
All right?
Sexism again.
That's why I asked you that question, Mikkel. Because I know that, you know, it's like you said, it should be equal. It should.
But it really can't.
But it's very, it doesn't,
different.
it just,
It's
it's a little bit different.
But why can't it be equal? Because I personally believe it can't be equal because you're persisting that it cannot be equal.
Mikkel, let's say you're a father and you have a twin, say me, boy and girl. You brought something from the store and it's kind of heavy. Who's the first one you're gonna call to help you? Who's the first one you're gonna call to help you?
Because he's stronger.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to say
physically, males are stronger than females, but it depends on the natural ability of each child. If the girl, if you think about it, if the boy is interested in chemistry and the girl is interested in boxing, I'm clearly gonna ask the girl. Because she knows how to lift people up, so clearly she can be able to lift up the box.
No,
it solely depends on the ability of every individual, and that will truly makes equality.
Oh, wait,
That's what
no,
you're
I
saying.
have another example.
No,
No, wait,
Only
I have an
Mikhail.
example. We was opening the Caribbean Power Jam. Who did Uncle Sean ask to raise the gate?
There you
Us
go. You
or-
see? Exactly.
Wait,
Perfect
wait.
example.
Ask
Hold
the
on.
boy.
Wait. You see, she raised a good point there.
Good point.
When we came to open the studio, right? And I asked you to raise the gates. Who did I ask? I didn't. The girls were there before you, but I didn't ask the girls. I asked you because I know you're taller.
Yes.
You're a little stronger,
No, I'm
and
not.
you're a boy.
What?
Wait. Wait. There's a big hole in that. What about this guy right here? Are you calling him a girl?
She asked me to lift the gate.
When? Okay.
She said,
Oh my God. He lifted the other part.
Wait, I
Okay.
want to say something.
Yeah, sure.
When when you get in a relationship or whatever, and then like your girlfriends or whatever, like, oh, be careful, whatever, because all these boys think about is sex and stuff like that. So how
That's
we
kinda
the fast
sexist
one-
of you.
No, how
That's
we-
kinda sexist
no,
of you.
How we the fast ones and y'all talking about, oh, we have to teach our young girls when that's all on the boy's mind.
But listen to this.
How do you know that what's on our mind? You're just that's like me saying
Because
all
you
girls
always
thinks
talking
about is
things.
makeup.
Because you talk about things in school all the time. But listen to this.
And we hear
Li-
you
listen
Girls
to-
talk about makeup all the time, but I'm not a sexist pig that says all girls thinks about is makeup. That's just like that's your
But you
that's
can say that
that's your
because the majority of
stereotype
girls
that you
say
have of males because you personally want to make a strong man of your argument.
I wa-
That's not a good argument to make.
I
You
wanna-
can make a good argument. Wait. Let me make a good argument for you though. Psychologically, males are more inclined to think about sex than females. That's the correct argument you have to make. But you just making a stereotype, it's just faulty.
I want to ask a question before we go any further, though, and I lose my train of thought. Is it easier for teens to discuss things that are bothering them, like things close to the heart? Is it easier for them to discuss those problems with friends or other family members or teachers rather than their parents?
I don't have much friends.
Is it easier?
I say friends more because I feel like friends go.
Because
Can-
you're on at the same age group and you feel they understand.
If you express it to your family, like if you go home and say something to your mom about like something wrong you really did, and it meant something to you, I think they will react harsher because like, oh, why did you do that? And I didn't want you to do that and stuff like that. They will go harder. But the parents gotta realize some kids make mistakes and stuff. But if you tell it to your friend, they will give you advice and stuff like that. It's you if you want to take it.
So do you agree with that, guys?
Wait, I want
Repeat
to
your
say,
repeat your statement. I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. I was fixing.
I want to say that it's easier for you to tell your friends because most likely your friends would have went through the same thing or something like that. But sometimes a lot of people don't go to their parents because like the way their parents react to certain stuff. They would scream or yell.
Okay, and but then sometimes too, one has to be aware because your friend hasn't been there, hasn't done that, is not always might not be the right person to go to. That may be a friend who doesn't
Care about
have
you.
your right really deep down inside. That friend doesn't care about you. So even though it's understandable why a teen will go to a friend, sometimes you got to watch who you tell anything to because that friend may not have your best interest at heart. These are things you gotta look. Even when you're choosing your friends, I think our young people have to be more selective in the people they call friends because sometimes even when you're grown, you're adults, and you may have a friend and you don't know that friend was never really a friend to you until you become adults.
But but you could find someone in your school, not just specifically your friend. I'm just saying a friend because like, okay, we're in school and that's what you're surrounded by.
But that's not.
Wait, I'm talking.
She told him.
I was like saying like you could find anybody like that you're really close to, like guidance counselor, teacher.
Okay. I hear that.
A person that you grew up with, been in school with,
Neighbor.
Elementary.
What were you saying, Mikael?
I don't have much friends, so I can't really speak on that.
So who do you?
But you
tell
were
you're
cutting
close-
her. What were you going to say?
I was gonna say that's kind of a faulty argument, but then you finished. So.
Yes, then I finished.
Then you allowed her to finish, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not? Sure,
Okay.
why not?
So
we're winding down on time right now, so let's look at some questions and then we can play.
hold on,
the songs
hold on,
option.
because we're still focusing on. Okay, so I want to take cognizance of those people who are calling, who are with us. In reality, a father should be taking. I think you want to say teaching their sons to respect women, which is good. Somebody's saying, as we say back home, this is very true, and this is Star Shelley. Lose the bulls, but keep your eyes on the heifer. Lose the bull. That's what we believe.
What that means.
And as a parent, you teach your child or your children to have respect for themselves and to have respect for others. Even as a child or an adult, however you show your character to the public, that's how you are perceived, or that's how you get treated. And Marlene, thank you, Marlene. Marlene is saying it's just an opinion, it's not sexist.
I think it's quite...
Somebody responded to your makeup issue. They said that's not true. All girls don't think about makeup.
Exactly. That's the point.
So Charles Cully, Star Shelley, and all of those people with us, I'm really glad that you're here. If you want to call in too, you can call us. We don't have much time left. How much time do we have left on this program? We have about 10 minutes. The number to call is 718-393-5835. If you're using WhatsApp, you can call for free from anywhere in the world. It's 347-574-1157.
Meanwhile,
we have people even in Guyana listening to this program, all over the Caribbean. Yes.
Meanwhile, while people are calling in, I'll play the next song selection, which is...
Go, Mr. DJ.
Bedtime Stories. Slick Rick. Yes, and then...
Wait, I have a question.
Listen to this. I don't know why I like this song, but just listen to the words. Words.
You get to bed, I get to school. Now
enjoyed that one by Slick Rick. It was it really caught my attention. A kid asking the father, whoever, to read a bedtime story, and he started telling him something about the facts of life, about a teenager who was going the wrong way. Want to ask you a quick question? We know that y'all know that y'all act up sometimes. We know that some parents, sometimes we don't understand a parent, but y'all know you act up sometimes as kids. And in cases where children are really going out there and doing things, really doing things that they're not supposed to be doing. I was talking with parents the other day about acceptable forms of punishment. So you can't lay your hand on your child.
It's an amendment in the U.S. Constitution, no cruel or unusual punishment.
What is the usual punishment for a child, for a teenager?
To take something away.
Do you think grounding is enough?
Sure, why not?
No.
Sure,
What else?
why not?
It's not.
It's based on the situation she did.
It's really not enough.
What type of punishment should be?
It's not enough because after you're grounded, you can obviously go back to the same old ways. That's
what I'm saying.
Then if grounding is wrong, then jail by its idea is wrong, because grounding by its simplest ideas is just jail, but for kids. In the household, you're telling a kid you can't not go somewhere.
That's not like jail, because you're in the house. You do other things. You can read a book. You can watch.
Yes.
Television. Well, sometimes you can't get to watch television.
That's basically jail, but for kids inside their house. So if you say after grounding, the kid is going to go back to what they did, then jail or a punishment similar to grounding is in the adult sense, in the judicial sense, is falsehoods, because you can't, like, in your argument, it won't work. That's wrong.
What else do you think we should be tell us? What else? Because that's his opinion.
Well, I think that you're supposed to, after grounding, and if it still doesn't work, you should like it's a different punishment situation. Like instead of grounding someone, you should because if harsh treatment doesn't work, you have to go for the kind treatment. Try to understand why the person did the certain thing that it did.
Whatever the
any punishment but whipping, because like you're whipping them like it's 1759 and they're a slave. What are you doing? It's very barbaric. Like you're hitting people with candlesticks, bamboo. It's like what is this, WWE or something? Like it's cruel and unusual, but I think grounding would do. I think taking away stuff would do.
But here's the thing though, Mikael. You can't hit your child. I'm not trying to be a proponent of whipping, but you can't hit your child. But for your child as early as 12 years old could be thrown to the ground by the police and be mistreated.
Yes,
can be
and
shot.
that's why it's cruel and unusual.
Oh,
I think that.
Yes, and they should be fired for that. Because you know why? Because it's a freaking child. If it's like if a parent can't do it, why do you think the justice system should have the legality to do such a cruel and unusual punishment?
I think based on the punishment, the parents should
speak up.
I said based on the punishment, I think the parents should know how to deal with the child because it's their child.
True.
I think based on the child too,
because if my child is acting up at school, yes, the first time I'm gonna sit down.
Depends, to be honest.
Wait. I will sit down and talk with the child and be like, figure out what's going on, like why are you acting this way, like try to reason with the child. That's what a lot of parents don't do. They don't reason with their child.
After it's obviously.
But if they do it again, then you have to take it to the next level.
Try to understand them.
Yes, that should be the first step. Try to understand them. That's why a lot of kids don't want to go to their parents because their first step is just to beat the child.
Thank you. Tell Alicia.
Not even.
What is your view on it?
Someone said it's different between abuse and disappointment.
Disappointment? That's for you.
There is a difference. There is.
But what is the difference? Where is the boundary?
But you were calling. I mean, you call everything here abuse, right? That means we wish we should have been dead. I mean, the people who grew up in my time should have been dead. If everything is abuse, we should have been dead from the abuse because you young people call everything abuse.
No, we don't.
Yes.
No.
If you children come to school and say, "Oh, my father is abusing me," and really have some teachers.
It depends on what the father did.
Y'all are listening. Y'all are listening.
Wait, listen.
Like we're some animals.
You're not listening. I wasn't finished. I said the child said, "Oh, my dad is abusing me." You listen to find out what the child abuse. He always yells at me. You need to be yelled at sometimes.
Well, it depends on how often that could be mental abuse. Like how often are you, like, why did you do that? That's not abuse. But you constantly yelling at them at this tone and telling them to do every single direction at this tone. Like, go over there, do this thing. You don't like it because you're not only are you listening to it in your headphones, you don't like it. So imagine if you're like an 8-year-old and your dad is yelling like you at the time, like I'm yelling even higher. Imagine that. That's like abuse. You're destroying the young kids' earlobes by that.
But when you're playing with your friends and you're screaming in each other's ears, that's not a form of abuse too, when they're screaming in your ear? Who's screaming in your ear? Yeah, when you're playing with your friends in school and you're screaming. They do scream a lot. But why?
But
like,
that's not your friend. What are you talking about?
Huh?
My friends don't scream at me. Then if someone scream at me like that, then they're gonna end up bleeding.
I see children playing in school and screaming for no reason, just
That's
ecstatic.
elementary because they're little.
That's second floor.
Oh, believe you me, you're grade 2.
Not my grade.
We're running around out of time. We have about 4 minutes, so let's wrap out.
If we're screaming with each other,
so let's wrap. Everyone,
I was gonna say that if we're screaming at each other, something will lead to like a fight or something. But
no, you're just playing around and they're screaming. Big
like
grown girls,
but see,
high school girls.
But you're saying we're playing
because no girl is gonna yell out of nowhere because of that.
ADD. Yeah.
But even though we're screaming at each other, we taking it as a playing. But
yes,
when we hear our parents screaming at each other, are we supposed to take that as playing too?
All right. We're
somebody says something.
Read that comment, then we have to wrap
up.
That's
I'm
our
not
mom.
abusing them. If they think they can call the cops and leave them where they, But it's a whole interesting topic that we can perhaps continue another time.
Yes.
Because
I want to say something like.
Yes.
I learned this in school. Like, would you rather fear the people or love the people? And we could base that. We could base that on kids too. Would you try to put fear in your child's heart, or would you try to put love in their heart?
All right, so we're running down on time. We have only 3 minutes, so let's sign out right now.
Hold a minute. Hold your horses. We're gonna continue next time because one of the things I wanted to talk about is the ideas. One of the things is that teenagers, how do you think parents should deal with problematic teens? We didn't get to really
agree with Marlon.
Flesh out what forms of punishment and so on should be meted out to teens who have out of control behavior, and to get advice on maintaining a positive relationship with parents.
If the child is getting out of control, go to a guidance counselor or something like that, parent, something like that.
Definitely.
Okay, I say
family counseling.
I say start the
family
discipline from very young, and then you would have less problems. Don't wait till the child becomes a teen to try to bend that child.
Family counseling.
Let him or her figure out how to do it, because not always the person's gonna be.
He's not finished.
Not always the person's gonna be always there to save you or yell at you or give you punishment. You gotta get out the hole that you dropped yourself in.
Yeah, like a lot of parents need to do that. Like they need to learn. Their child needs to learn how it feels. Like you want to touch fire. Okay, I'm gonna let you touch fire, and then you get burned. Now you're not gonna do it again.
And then ACS will take your child away.
No, because the child decided to touch the fire by itself. Like I was not there. Like I didn't.
But government and stuff like that should learn not to go in between.
Shouldn't meddle.
No, it's not. Like protecting your child is necessary, because if you keep on abusing them, statistic like if we look at the history of like mass murderers in America, they start at the story of their beginning to. Like their childhood starts as them getting abused as a child. Like Dylan and Eric in Columbine, they were abused as children. Columbine massacre. They killed 13 kids in 1999.
Okay, so this is an interesting topic to continue next time. Like I said, we're gonna wrap up now. It's been great. It's been a good program. I'd like to start saying goodbyes. I'm Leslie Grant, taking my leave of you. I'm here facilitating with the young people that we have around here for Young Voices, coming out of Caribbean Power Jam Radio with DJ Sean.
Family counseling.
Let's say goodbye.
Well, goodbye, jammers. This was a fun topic. Hope I continue. Family counseling.
Goodbye to all the jammers. I hope that you learned something, even though I hope all the parents and the children that are listening learned something. Because I did.
And this is Mikkel signing out of Young Voices.
Thank you for watching this live stream. Hopefully you enjoyed the topic that we were talking about. This is Talia signing out. Peace.
talk. Say Caribbean Power Jam Radio now go make it anything we try. The devil is a liar. Tell them the devil is a liar. And all who a swing for we name and a pray for we fail for we walk in a shame. The devil is a liar. Caribbean Power Jam Radio, so the devil is a liar. Nesbeth to the fullest, you see. It's okay. It's alright.